Woman, right? Dubbed the world's worst mom for 5 years ago. What'd you do?
I let my 9-year-old ride the subway by himself in New York City.
Didn't? Did he survive?
He's 14 now, so you tell me.
Look at that. What I love the most about, well, I love so many things about the article that you wrote about.
And I love her.
I went in search of this article 5 years ago. I think I'd just given birth at the time, and it was making all kinds of waves. Yeah. Was it the New York Times?
It was New York Sun.
New York Sun, there you go. So found it, and what I love the most is your son really wanted to do it.
Us, but please take me someplace I haven't been before and let me find my own way home. And we had to think, did that make sense? But in New York City, when we're on the subways all the time, we don't have a car, and he's there, and we see it's safe, and it's crowded, and crowded is good, we said yes.
Crowded is good?
Crowded is good.
What about stranger danger, Lenore?
Stranger danger. You know, even the people who started putting the pictures on the milk cartons, like have you seen me, and forgot to mention that almost all of them were runaways or taken in non-custodial disputes, even they are saying, stranger danger, we're really sorry that we gave out that message, because the vast majority of crimes against children are committed by people they know. And in fact, if a child is out and feels like they're being, you know, followed, or they feel like somebody's weird or strange, they should run to a stranger and say, I'm going to stand next to you until that van goes by. Right. So you take away strangers and you're taking away the whole safety net for kids.
The stranger that you want to avoid, if I'm on the right track here with my 5-year-old, is the one that comes to you and asks you to come with me.
I have candy. Yeah.
Right.
So there's an easy way to explain that to kids, because you say stranger danger, they think they can't even talk to anyone in a store. You can talk to anyone, you cannot go off with anyone.
Good one.
So
okay.
Simple. Yeah.
So you don't want anybody stalking your kids, because usually it's somebody you know. And speaking of stalking,
yes.
Let's talk about online and your opinion of how dangerous it is.
My opinion of how dangerous it is the same opinion I have about the outside world, which is that there's always going to be some creeps in particularly some icky neighborhoods, and that's the same online as offline. If your kids aren't going to the red light district in downtown Vancouver, chances are they're not going to the really creepy, awful sites online. They're probably doing what we did after school, which is talking obsessively
with their friends.
To their friends.
Yes.
And just like, you know, you wouldn't want your mother picking up the other line and listening in. I mean, can you imagine?
I would be mortified.
How I would have had a different relationship. I wouldn't have had a relationship with my mom if she had been secretly intercepting my calls.
So we shouldn't be online shadowing our kids at every turn, and I'm watching you.
I think that the whole idea, first of all, I think that they are pretty safe online, and I've talked to the people who have done the studies who say that when you hear that kids are being, you know, lured online, that's not what's happening. When kids are online, if they get a quote-unquote sexual message, it could be as simple as like, hey baby, you're cute. I mean, it's the equivalent of a wolf whistle most of the times. And so what I think you should be doing in all cases is talking, not stalking. Talk to your kids.
What a concept. Sit down and have a meal with them.
Yeah, yeah.
Discuss
or even
their
not
day.
a meal, because it's hard to get meals together.
Right. Well, even
kids
turn off the tech for a second and sit and talk to them.
Right. But the idea, I mean, there are a lot of new devices out there that can GPS your kid all the time, or that allow you to read all their texts and see all their emails. Can you imagine the message that kid gets? It's not that mom loves me, it's that mom doesn't trust me at all.
Absolutely, and that is the root of everything, because if you really believe that your mom trusts you, you don't want to break it.
And when you think about like what gives you sort of the wind beneath your wings, it's somebody believing in you. Yes. And somebody who loves you but doesn't believe in you is not a big help.
So, okay, going back to your original putting your son at 9 years old on the New York City subway.
Yes.
Generally speaking, in sort of sweeping terms, is it fair to say that when your child starts to tell you they want to do things, that you give them the opportunity to do things to prepare for the world?
Yeah, and prepare is a really great word, because it's not like, oh, you want to go dancing across the highway? Sure. No. No. I know, we're both scared.
We're both afraid of cars.
We determined that before the break. But what I'm saying is, free-range kids is not just freewheeling. It is you prepare your kids. If your kids start saying, I want to walk to school by myself, okay, let's find a safe route. Let's make sure you really look both ways before crossing the street. I told you my son is 14. I still scream at him. Sometimes he's with me, and so he just trusts me to cross the street safely, and he's following along like this. I'm like, are you kidding?
That's right.
Put that away. You can never text when you're on the street, but Mom, you're looking never, 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 never. So it's not like the training ever stops, but the trust has to grow.
That's it. Lenore Skenazy, we can't get enough enough of her. And if you want to go see her, we have a couple of tickets to her event. freerangekids.com is the website address, and it's the pep talk at the Vancouver Playhouse.
Yes, the giant playhouse.
Oh, you'll do great. Oh my gosh, I want to come. I wish I could stay up late. 2 tickets to Pep Talks tonight. Contest at btvancouver.ca. Pep Talks Parenting Education Series. PepTalkSeries.com for tickets and information if you don't happen to win it, because boy, I would love to sit and talk to you for hours, honestly.
I'll put your son on the subways, 5.
I'm in. Let's do it. We're going to take a break and wrap things up here on Breakfast Television. We're back in a moment.